The DeMarinis Family reflects on quarantine. Vlog 3.
If you would have asked what the first few weeks of quarantine were like for myself and my family, we would have probably said stressful and difficult to adapt to. But now that I'm sitting in front of the camera now, quarantine hasn't been that bad. I mean, it's hard not seeing your friends, and it's hard not seeing family members and people that you really want to hang out with and spend time with. But I think the overall process has really helped both my family and myself grow and reflect on who we are. We picked up different passions along the way. Like, my sister really is passionate about painting now, and I'm really passionate about reading books. Which I've never really thought I would be into until I actually picked up my first book this quarantine, which was recently. I've been reading a lot of dystopian, sci-fi books, and I really found that that genre is very interesting. And I like to read basically whenever now, which is awesome because I can do that in my spare time. And I like to read outside by the pool or on the patio area or inside in my little hammock. It's all really a great way to really relax and take a stress-free moment in this whole quarantine process. So one of my newest techniques and activities that I picked up is painting, and that's simply because we have been having some bad weather in Florida, which is unfortunate. You know, I find the painting really relaxing and zen-like. I really like to listen to my music and just vibe out when I paint. It takes your mind off of this whole pandemic. So as far as what I'm painting, I'm focusing more on patterns just because it's easiest for me and I really enjoy doing them. They're super playful. I like to include bright colors such as blue, pinks, and purples in my artwork. And I think they're gonna be great. I'm really excited to hang them up and use them in my dorm when I go to college. So as far as other indoor activities, I've really just been working on my business and being productive with that. And I've always been doing that, but I recently noticed that within 2 weeks, I'm making around 5 or 6 hats to release and really sell. I've been discounting all of our products, so our website will be down below if you're interested in checking out some of the hats that I recently did, or if you're interested in purchasing. It's definitely great. I've been spending a lot of time crafting them and making sure they're super high quality for you guys. So definitely check it out.
My first few weeks during quarantine was a big adjustment. I'm used to getting up every day and going to work, 8 to 5. So I had a lot of time on my hands. I would usually start my day every day with like a bike ride, a rollerblading, or just a jog, or even just a walk around the block. I also found a lot of time to just relax and read a book by the pool and spend more time outdoors. I was able to watch my girls play soccer outside in the backyard while they were practicing. Normally that's something we wouldn't do. My dogs were the biggest ones with the quarantine that really seemed to love the quarantine because they really got extra attention. I would take them around the block every day for walks, usually once a day, and then they also knew at 5 o'clock that my daughters would be going outside, Nadia and Olivia, to play soccer. They started catching on to the schedule that around 5 o'clock they would see them putting on the cleats and they would be barking at the door knowing that it was their time to go out and play soccer with the girls. And it was cute to see how the dogs really enjoyed playing with the girls and also just playing ball with them, and they would even play soccer with them in the beginning, and then they would lay down in the shade and just watch them. So my dogs definitely got spoiled. They got a lot more food scraps in their bowls, leftovers, and things like that. I recently went back to work after being out of work for 10 weeks. It was a very big change. We have all new protocol at my work as far as I'm a dental hygienist, so we take temperatures before everybody comes into the office, before they can be seen. They fill out a COVID email paperwork asking certain questions, if they've been on a cruise, if they've traveled, if they were on an airplane. if they had COVID, if they knew of anybody that they were around that was sick, and there's a multiple questions for them to answer. Once they are clear, we take their temperature and then we bring them back into our office for the cleaning. The biggest change is I wear the N95 masks, and we really wear it the whole day at work, so that's a little bit of adjustment. Actually, I think my face is breaking out from the mask a little bit from wearing it all day long. We also wear a face shield over our mask while cleaning people's teeth. It was a little nerve-wracking at first. We also change our gowns in between each patient, and we can't use the ProfiJet or Cavitron. So there's certain protocols, different ways of doing things that has made it a little more challenging for work. When I leave work, I always change into another outfit. I take my scrubs off at work, so I have to bring an extra pair of clothes with me, change at work, and then I come home and put it immediately into the wash machine to wash everything before the next day, before I go back to work.
When we first started hearing the news on the spread of the virus, I can't breathe with this. When we first heard about the news of the spread of the virus at my work, we were one of the first early adapters of letting employees go home for safety reasons. We had a meeting. This was early on, probably in, I believe, early March. And we got together, we made the decision, and all of our departments at the ad agency got together, and we talked about what we needed to be able to work at home. And a lot of the employees were able to bring their computers home, and we set up the programs needed to communicate back and forth, and we're still doing it to this day.
Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This was edited by Nadia DeMarinis and filmed by Olivia DeMarinis. Peace out.